Hadu arpu saungut ki kena kentai na Meghalaya ki badang hapadeng karta pra hadu khalais nam ki belasya yalam bandit puli syaka jela Karnataka layo ban pelait no na kawe ka hostel kapadan ha ka ni ka jela. Kini ki kena ki kentup ya shipongut ki badai na East Khasi Hills, hinyungut na East Giant Hills, hinriu na West Giant Hills, but iway na West Khasi Hills ya ki balaya lam da ka jingkular ban penyo ya ka jingpuli bat ka hostel ka bamdan kam jingnut jingsam. Layalam ya kini kena syaka tika jela da ka Lesan Shar Cultural Society. Kani ka jingja kala pau perthai hadin baka chairperson Jongka Child Welfare Committee. Kani ka jingja kala pau perthai hadin baka chairperson Jongka Child Welfare Committee ka Chikka Balapur Karnataka. Kala ajing tip syaka director katana social welfare hak artarik nailar arjar apsan. Baki dan hadu arpasangut ki kena na Meghalaya ki balayo ban pelat na Somia Kesanupali Student Home, Payu Mali, Chikkabalapur District. Ka chairperson ka Meghalaya State Commission for Protection of Child Rights, MSCPCR ka Agatha ke Sangma, kalashim da ka senjam ka bating ya ka Lesan Shar Cultural Society, halor ka jingalam ya kini ki kena na ka jela Shapo Karnataka, da ka baong baka ni ka deka seng ka baturikam bean, bat ka bala syapen ngat dak yong blacklist. Ka Deputy Commissioner kalapun mi ya ka hukum ban pensange ya ka jingturekam jong kanika seng da ka bapen ngat dak yong sendon ong ka Agatha habakran syakilar pthai kubor ha ka artarik no pra. Ya kanika hukum ka Deputy Commissioner kalapun mi hadin ka jing ujor da ka MSCPCR ka balam sya ka jing khang kerdap sendon mardor ya ka jingturekam jong kanika seng. Ha ka bayadei bat kini kena ka Agatha kala ong ya ka puli puthi jong kini ki kena on sa shim kya da ka sorkar but on sa penrung ki ha ka snam puli ka banwan na ka liang ka sorkar ba katana social welfare kin sa khmi halor kani ka benta ka chairperson kalapan pauru ka jingsung kya ka bajor halor ka jingpha e ki kena she ki waipat ki jela na ka benta ka puli puthi ha ka babun sin na jushim ka bu de ki seng ki bakam ban plelat plilinti na ka benta jongki. Ya kini kena menta on pensa shipwar hapo girls children's home hamau ka siang shlo.
I'm so grateful to the Almighty that He has blessed us with this wonderful opportunity where we could welcome the children back, the 24 children back from Karnataka safely, and they have come here safely and they are healthy, and I'm so grateful to all the people who are involved, all the departments who are involved, both from the state of Karnataka and Meghalaya, who made it possible for these children to reach home safely. So first of all, I welcome the children and I want to extend my gratitude to everybody involved in ensuring that our children could come back home safely. Secondly, I would like to also say that these incidences are becoming very, very frequent. Couple of months ago, we were all gathered here with a similar incident where we were receiving children who were taken away from our state in an illegal manner, because it wasn't done in a proper way and it wasn't done by an organization that is operating legally. So I think that it's really time for us to take note of this and see that these kind of incidences will not take place ever again in our state. Now, to ensure that something like that does not happen again, we as a commission, the SCPCR, have also written to our Honorable Chief Minister about creating a standard operating procedure. And this was done after we had a stakeholders meeting a couple of months ago, where we called members from different departments, officers from different departments like the law, social welfare, education, health, police. We all came together and some suggestions were made in that stakeholders meet. Thereafter, we created a sort of a note which was sent to our Honorable Chief Minister, and we gave certain elements that could be incorporated into these SOPs, which is basically the purpose is that we ensure that our children go safely to these places and institutions, and it would be done in a more transparent manner and in a more coordinated manner. And this SOP would really be operating, or it would be targeting only children below the age of 18. So in this category, as we can see, most of the children are between the age of 8 to 13. So it would apply to these children as well. We also said that when these SOPs will be created, we should have a pre-information before departure that would be given to the DCPOs, so that when a child is being sent, these children, their basic information, their basic biodata, which institute they are being sent to, and the legal, whether the organization or whether the school or institute they are being sent to, is it a legally operational institute, that should also be verified by the state government. We also talked about the purpose and the duration of the travel and the stay of the student. So are they going for a period of 1 year, 5 years, 10 years? That should also be specified. So these were certain things that we had requested the government to look into. A compulsory health checkup should be done, for the medical checkup should be done for these children before they go, because sometimes there are some students who have a very a dangerous medical condition, and they could be sent to a different state and they may not get the medical care that they require. So to ensure that all these children are in a healthy state before they are being sent. Then we also asked the SOP to incorporate that whenever the child is being finally sent, a monitoring should be done by the state government, and a coordination should be done with the state of the counterpart state where the child is being sent. So the DCPO of our state will be in coordination with the DCPO of that state to ensure that we know where our children are, what kind of institute they are in, and what kind of conditions they are living in. Currently, there is no such mechanism, and therefore incidences like this have happened. We also requested our Honorable CM and the government that organizations that are sending children like this to various other states should also be operating legally. I'm very sorry to say this current organization, which is called the Les Saint-Cher, it's mentioned here in the write-up as well. They are also responsible for sending the previous children out of our state. And you must be remembering the incident where 2 children were poisoned and they succumbed to it. So, when we know that organizations are sending children, those organizations should be legally operating. They should be registered. They should be, registered under the Act. And therefore, in this case, the Les Saint-Cher Cultural Society, actually, when we looked into it, is not a registered organization. They are not a legally established organization. Therefore, they cannot be sending children to other states. They cannot, because they are not a legal body. Today, when we called them a couple of months ago, we called them to our office, and they did not take any responsibility for sending these children. So I would, really urge upon our society to be more vigilant, to ensure that when organizations are sending children to other places, we verify whether these organizations are actually legally operating or not. Lastly, I think I would just like to say that it's important for, parents to be more vigilant, because we had visited a few families of the children who were sent to Karnataka, and from my observation, it felt like most of the parents were unaware about where their children were. When we asked them whether they know the name of the institute where the children are, they did not even know the name of the school or the institute or the village where the child has been sent. So it is a humble request from our commission side that when children are being sent, as parents we become more vigilant. We know where we are sending our children. We have to know whether our children are actually safe or not.
Advocate General, who has really taken up for us all the details, being so meticulous as into a presentation of why we have a right to take back our children and why we have all the logistics in place, the criteria in place, the conditions in place that makes us, equipped and empowered to take care of these children. And so for this, we are grateful to the Karnataka government because they were the ones who found out the situation of these children. And like we say, there is a divine God, and He puts in the heart of every one of us whom He breathed the breath of life, 8 billion people, a feeling for compassion, a feeling of caring, a feeling of humanity. Like we see, we have a religion here, and that religion is humanity. And we are guided by the scripture, which is the constitution, the right to live, the right to have a fair childhood. And so, Madam Naujas, we are so grateful to you. Throughout the stay of Sarah and Mimi are beautiful officials from Meghalaya. They've left 1 week ago, and they've really sacrificed their time for somebody's children. But this is the story of Meghalaya. This is the Christmas story where we care and we love, and it's all about humanity. But when they called us, they told us that they've been taken care by you. They sent us pictures. Thank you so much. You left the comfort of home to feel the chill of Meghalaya just because we want to care for the children.
FIR as in we have complained to the DC, regarding the organization that has been sending these children, and I think the DC has taken note of it, and he has written back to our commission stating that this organization, Les Saint-Cher, is an organization that is not operating legally, and it will have to shut down its operation immediately. So that action has been taken by the DC after we informed them that we believe that this organization is not legally established.
Filed an FIR against the Aim for Seva Society, from which the children were being rescued. We got a distress call from Child Helpline 1098 by the local aids people saying that the children were not able to understand the language. They were being admitted to the government school which teaches Kannada language of all the subjects, and they were not able to adjust with the food. They used to cook once in 5 days. Okay, that was being served for the children, and there was no proper hygiene also. The water they have to get from the river and they have to drink it. Okay, they should not waste the food. If the food is thrown in the dustbin, they have to eat from the dustbin. Like this much severe condition was there going on. Even if they don't eat, they used to beat them. So we have filed an FIR on the warden and also the institution, and also on the person who took the children from here to there. On the leave of providing the best education for them and betraying the trust of the parents. There in Bagepalli, it is the name of Aim for Seva Trust. Aim for Seva Trust. So this Lingsar Society has transferred these kids for the Aim for Seva Trust of Bagepalli, Chikballapur.
How did you first notice?
Sir, I got a distress call from Child Helpline 1098.
Who complained?
So we cannot disclose that.
Well, there could be, but we don't have a list as such. But most of the times that we have received it is through the Les Saint-Cher Cultural Society. So this is one organization that is definitely operating illegally and has been sending children in these kind of conditions. We have, I'll give it to you. I mean, we have some letters and some, communications that we've made, and most of the times they have refused to give us any answer because they say that they are not an organization. So they are only helping children, but it is not a, organization. There are people who we have met, and like I said, I'm not at a place where I can disclose names right now, but whatever action has to be taken will be taken from the SP's office. Yes, the DC has given an order to, stop the organization from functioning. So now they cannot function as an organization anymore. There's an official letter that has been issued to that organization. The education, as Madam Lingwa was also mentioning, we have decided that they will get incorporated into the coming new academic session, and the government and the social welfare department will be looking into it to ensure that they don't get disrupted. This is definitely a concern where yes, maybe children feel the need to go to another state in order to find education, but as we can see that most of these organizations taking these children are not even taking them to any better institute as such. You know, they are being it's like a hoax. It's actually being manipulated, and you're not really providing them with any better education than what is already in existence. And government of Meghalaya has been doing a lot of work to ensure that elementary schools, government schools get upgraded. Only for travel, they took money for the flight ticket or the travel charges. The rest of it was supposed to be free. Education, boarding was supposed to be free.
They were Karnataka children's, ma'am.
Okay.
But not the other state. So these children mainly the problem was with their food and with their language, and also by the language differences they used to like ragging types they used to do other children. This was the thing happening.